When we talk about infestation of insects, we are talking about an imbalance of energy. So when we have an infestation or a big colony of, say, ants or cockroaches in the wilderness, we have an imbalance there, right? It's natural, that's the way things are, but there's an imbalance there, and they are there to provide their work, to do something. Obviously, they are following their instincts, the code that their group has to follow, right? So when we have the same thing happening in your house or in your apartment, right, you have an infestation of, say, termites, and they are destroying your furniture, for example, we have an imbalance there as well. But your house is not in the wilderness. You are not in nature. So what kind of imbalance is that? Obviously, all of the insects, they are acting according to their instincts, and they're not doing anything spiritual. So because you have an infestation, it doesn't mean that there is, a spirit or bad energy in your house. It doesn't mean that something's going really wrong. However, because of the infestation, we are able to indicate in what areas or what is missing in your areas is your emotions or your house doing, like what's happening. So for example, there's another video of mine where I talk about infestation of ants, and I say in that video, and I put that on my book as well, that infestation of ants indicates the lack of sweetness. It's the lack of kind emotions, kindness, right? So when you have the infestation in your house, right, let's say in the kitchen, every day you clean the kitchen and you make sure that, everything's clean to keep the ants away, and you make sure that everything's sealed and closed to, keep them away, but still you see a lot of ants every single day in your kitchen. Then we know that maybe there is a lack of sweetness in there. So the ants are going there to provide that sweetness. Obviously, they don't do that deliberately. They're not doing that because, well, they want to help you. No, they go there after what you left in there, the debris of sweetness. And that's why ants like sweet things, because they are attracted to that sweet thing that is there. And that's why a person normally, when they are I don't know, frustrated or unhappy, they consume too much sugar, right? It's to compensate, that kind of those hormones related to that kind of, pleasure, right? So now when we are talking about cockroaches and termites, it's a bit different. Let's start with termites. So termites are, obviously, insects, and they destroy wood mostly, right? Termites in nature, meaning far away from people, so no one is imprinting their energy there, right? So it's a natural imbalance that is happening there. So when you find termites in the wilderness, far away from people, it means that that particular object or that particular place is about to turn from one thing to another. It means that the shelf life of that which they are destroying, let's say a piece of log, right? If there's a lot of termites in there, it means that they are turning that piece of log into something else, because that piece of log, that log, no longer is to be a log. Does that make sense? It means that it's not serving as a piece of tree anymore, right? So the termites in nature, far away from people, again, I have to emphasize, they are in that imbalance. What is this imbalance in nature? Well, when you have a piece of log or a tree infested with termites, it means that the energy, let's call it energy, right? Because it makes it very easy for us to understand the concept. So the energy of that tree is no longer potent. It's no longer a tree. You know, you have the atoms together, you know, making the tree, composing the tree, but that is about to dissipate. It's about, you know, it's in the end of its life, right? So either in a tree or in a log, like without roots or anything, like a dead tree, the termites are there for these. So the termites, they are obviously attracted via the, you know, the vibration, as in physical vibration, and the smells and the sounds or whatever, you know, you name it, you give the physical explanation. You know, they go there because of their instincts. But in terms of metaphysics, that's what they are doing. They are going there to finish the work, as in, this is already, you know, destroyed. We have to finish this. When that happens in your house, you know, and you see that they are, you know, destroying your wooden furniture or, you know, parts of your house, your objects, you know, your sofa, your piano, your wardrobe, your ceiling, it's because, again, all of the reasons that we give, the physical reasons, the materialistic reasons, right? So they are insects that they are in the region, and they reproduce, you know, the temperature, the conditions, you know, that's fine. But because they are in your house, then you play a big role in that. You know, because when you think, and because of your aura, you expand that aura all the time. We are like a bulb of light, right? Which means that although we are the light in here, we spread this light, right? So that's what our aura does. You know, it spreads, you know, this kind of energy around, and that's what we call imprint. We imprint the place, the walls, the objects that we have with this energy from our aura, right? And that's why there is a psychic ability called psychometry. In that one, what we do is we touch something, and then we know who has that thing, who possessed that thing, or you know, what happened in this very room. We see there, we touch the wall, or we sense, you know, it's because whoever was there imprinted, you know, they had imprint that energy around. So because you imprint so much energy, and it's really strong on your objects and obviously in your house all around, the energy that you imprint is the energy present in your auric field, in your aura, right? In your thoughts, in your aura. So then you're imprinting that. And then depending on the emotion, right? Depending on the quality of that energy that you're imprinting, you might attract that insect to do that job. Again, they do that obviously based on their instincts, but metaphysically, that's the reason. So remember that termites, they will go there and they will find a piece of something that is no longer, right? Something that is not, doesn't have energy anymore. It's not thriving anymore, right? They will destroy that thing. You know, it's their house. They're gonna eat up everything. They do the same in your house, right? With your things. So let's say that you are with these, that's just an example, right? Each case is a case, but let's say that you have these emotions, you know, and these habits related to giving up, or, you know, do you know when you buy something and you, oh, that's so amazing, and 2 days after, you know, it's on the sides, and then you don't even care about that anymore. Even if it ruins, you don't care, right? That's the sort of emotion pattern going on. But maybe it's towards other people. Maybe it's your relationship that you give up, or maybe it's a son that you have and you put so much on that child, or you thought so much of what that child could do, and that child is not doing what you thought was right, that you give up, and then you just like, okay, that's fine, do whatever, you know. When you have these emotions that they are not hoping for anything anymore, you imprint that on your objects, right? So the objects around, they will absorb that, right? Naturally, you're going to imprint, like emanating that onto the things. And then if a termite sees that object, that is going to look very yummy to them. You know, let's form a colony here. Again, the termites are doing that because of their instincts. You know, they want to eat wood, and that's it. You know, good wood, untreated wood, that's fine. I'm talking about metaphysics here, right? So when you have something happening like that in your house, this is the reason why. When you have a treatment, like, you know, you call the specialist and they put poison, medicines, whatever, you know, sprays, you know, everywhere, and they do the whole thing in your house, that could lead to the end of the infestation for two reasons. One, it's because like you kind of like took action and you changed your energy, but also, you know, in the physical way, like you managed to, in the physical plane, remove that. You didn't remove the cause, right? It's pretty much when you have like something dripping and the buckets are full, and then you say like, you know what, I'm gonna mop the floor and I'm going to throw this bucket away. You clean everything, but the, you know, the leaking is still there. So sometimes when you do these in your house, it could either be that you actually changed yourself and thus you changed the house, or because you changed the house, but then eventually that could reappear. So if you are going to treat your house, you know, with an expert, you know, in infestation, make sure that you change yourself. In what parts of my life am I with these thoughts or emotions? Am I giving up on my son or on my relationship or on my career? Or did I buy a lot of things and I don't want them anymore? Or am I feeling like I don't have energy anymore, as in I'm ceasing to, I don't exist anymore. It's fine if whatever happens to me, whatever happens to this house, whatever, you know, like it doesn't matter, you know. So change who you are in this way, you know. Try to see your family members, your house, your career with kindness, with compassion. Accept what it is. Try to revamp parts of your house as well. Try to give a different meaning to an object that you no longer touch. You know, try to read a book that is being, you know, there forever. Try to, you know, give away some things, you know, so you give energy, you know, moving the cycle of things. So give a lot of things away, get different things, paint your house, do that to yourself as well, you know, have a haircut, buy new clothes, do things about, you know, I care. You know, you have to do the opposite of that which caused the infestation. Like, I care. This has to be your motto if you have an infestation of termites. I care. I care about my son. I care about my husband. I care about my dogs. I care about my lawn. I care about my furniture. I care about my health. I care about my eating habits. I care about, you know, you care. And then you start imprinting new energy onto the house. You know, like, things are valuable, things are worth it, things are good, I like myself, I like everything, you know. You start producing this new energy, and then that energy is going to be emanated onto the object, and then it's no longer going to be attractive to the termites, because they will see that, as in unconsciously, you know, that those things, they have life and they're not about to cease, they're not about to end. Quite the opposite, because you're giving life to those things. It's not about the objects, but as we are talking about termites and they go and attack the objects, then, you know, you have to change your idea about the objects around you. So these are the termites.